Hey guys, uh, I'm sure everybody's tired of reading about the election on Facebook and Twitter and every other social media outlet. So here's another election thing. But this is more like a general comment on elections and their impact on us. I think a lot of us use elections and as a way to vent about things that are wrong with our own lives. Um, I understand that there are certain policies that may directly impact us. Um, I know for my family, when the Healthcare Act went into effect, it basically doubled our health insurance premiums. And we also paid quite a bit more in taxes the last few years. So yes, what goes on does affect you. I know the lesbian and gay community right now is worried. I know there's a lot of people worried. When President Obama got into office, for many of you know, I'm a firearms enthusiast. A lot of firearms people were very, very concerned about having their Second Amendment rights taken away. Um, what I always find, what I found interesting was then we had there was people who had voted for President Obama saying, "Oh, stop it! Nobody's coming to take your guns." When firearms enthusiasts were freaking out, and then when now that Trump is the president elect, we have people freaking out saying he's going to destroy lesbian and gay rights. He's going to deport all illegal immigrants. All these sorts of things. I am pro-immigration. I'm pro lesbian, gay people being able to marry. I'm very socially liberal in that sense. Not to talk too much about my politics because I don't think for this topic it matters. But I guess I want to kind of tell you guys where I'm coming from. People, I think it's okay to not like who got elected. I think it's okay to like who got elected. And I'm seeing people saying, Trump supporters. It's so funny. Trump supporters. It's like, yes, we won, and it's like everything is just gonna be perfect now. Life is gonna be the sun is gonna shine down from the light is gonna shine from heaven, and all of us will just walk through our merry worlds. And people who are against Trump, it's like their response has been, well, we'll be lucky if we make it to the next day. We're probably going to die. And the reality is that, yes, there are policies that can affect you. However, the best thing you can do is, one, vote, and two, if you are concerned, be active in supporting whatever you believe in. I think for me in this election, I voted a third party. I would identify myself as a libertarian. I voted for Gary Johnson, who's not a perfect candidate, who I wasn't my pick for a libertarian candidate, but I aligned most closely with my values, which is a fiscal conservative, social liberal. And I had a lot of people tell me I was wasting my vote. And I think that's very misguided. I think that if we want an actual third party, the only way to get a valuable third party is to vote for that. And so, I have people, I think we tend to demonize each other way too much. I always tell people, we all have different backgrounds. We were raised differently. We have different prisms through which we view the world. Okay? Just like scientists disagree on data. We're looking at the same data, and somebody else's opinion might be different than mine. And that's okay. We all have different prisms through which we view the world. It doesn't make yours right and mine wrong. It doesn't mean mine right and yours wrong. And those prisms will dictate how we view things. And as such, I always tell people, if you're a Democrat, do you really believe that all Republicans are bad people? And vice versa, if you're a Republican, do you really believe that all Democrats are bad people? Of course not. Most people, I believe, are good people trying to do the best they can, and they just have differences of opinions on what is going to be best. And this is why this is why we have the system we have, to where we don't have a king. Somebody can't make huge sweeping changes. Now, there can be changes, of course, but it usually, the amount that it typically affects most of us is minimal. And if it's not, let me submit to you this, that obsessing about it, which I do see this, obsessing over who's president, obsessing over who's won, or who hasn't won, or getting really pissed off about it and angry, it's not going to change anything. The best thing you can do is focus on you. Yes, there are things that affect us, but for the most part, our lives are our responsibility. Nobody's coming to save you. You gotta, I like the be your own hero mantra. You have to focus on yourself. And I'm actually watching right now videos of people in the Trump side of things who are jumping up and down, hugging each other, Trump supporters, crying tears of joy. And then the other time, people in Hillary's camp, they're crying tears of sadness and fear. And I just don't understand it, I guess. I feel like people are so invested in not necessarily the policies, but just their side winning. And I don't feel like that's healthy. I don't really care for Trump. Not because of, the for example, the locker room talk video. Whatever. We've all said stuff that if it was being recorded, we'd become social pariahs if it was played on national TV. So, whatever. What I don't like about Trump was, quite frankly, his policies. And interestingly, because he tends to be more fiscally progressive with his policies, and I don't really care for that. And, which is funny, I feel like he's probably the most, that it's not funny, but Democrats are I've seen them being very upset about Trump, when he's probably, if you look at his policies, one of the more democratic Republicans that has been elected president. Not so much with social issues, but with fiscal issues. So, in any case, I guess my point is, don't fixate on this. It is what it is. So, focus on, if you feel your calling is to, change people's perceptions of the world and whatnot, then maybe run for political office or political activism. Those things are fine. But, people who I've seen who just kind of are it looks like, oh, I'm just going to give up at life because Trump's president. What? And are just in this state of depression. I get it. The person you wanted to win did not win, and the person you possibly very much dislike won. But what can you do about it? Whining isn't going to help it. Complaining isn't going to help it. You can focus on your own life, on improving yourself, on moving forward, and I guess that's the message I want to send. And, I had people get very angry with the video I posted on this topic on Instagram and Facebook, which I don't really understand how, because I'm trying to give you some empowerment. But, again, you're welcome to your opinion. I would just say that don't give people that much power over your life. Don't feel like somebody's coming to save you. That's not an accurate representation of what the government is there to do. So, and also don't feel like somebody's coming to destroy you. I really believe that most people are good people trying to do the best thing they can, and that sometimes we get it wrong. So, all right, guys. Hopefully this resonated with some of you. Some of you probably aren't going to like it. Some of you probably aren't going to like me now because maybe I don't align with your political values, and that's fine. I'm sure the comments will be interesting on this one. So, yeah, but I hope that all of you will, whatever you decide to do, that you will stay true to yourself and your values and focus on yourself. Till next time.